days and nights later, bloodthirsty in the killings I did in theory, ministry of relativity, the son of the sun, I get down on my knee, prayed for just one more goddamn day. Just for one goddamn day, get on your knee. This is the items of interest. Poems and propaganda. And the show must go on again and again, my friends. Welcome. This is the items of interest and points and propaganda, motherfuckers. If you haven't noticed, you know, things have changed. We've been trying to get some new equipment and things right here. We've been working on a magazine, so everything's in a ruckus. So I apologize for that. We finally got the light back, but it kind of, you know, we're trying to...
Can you move slightly to my right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Just hold, and you can pull up your table, your little table.
Yeah.
Your table and your
That's
refreshments.
not too loud, is it? Should I turn it down?
It's really loud. No, no, I think it's fine. No, I like it. I think it's fine.
That's a cool sound.
No, it's not. It is. I don't think it's too loud.
No. Did you like my song?
It's really
hot. I
hot.
just came up with that. We woke up and I wrote this song.
We went over it together.
Hey.
We did.
We did. If anybody wants it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's the lyrics. It's unprecedented.
I woke up and just wrote that shit.
Yeah, we went over it together. He almost wanted to throw up, probably.
Yeah,
he gets
I was really nervous.
But I get nervous.
Now, man, I feel good now.
Yeah, we have panic attacks.
I have some cool shit to cover though. Actually, I got to keep a promise.
I get so excited I can't breathe.
Remember, I told you I wanted a point and stick because I promised a fan of the show, Luke, I would give the history of my background shit.
Yeah.
But I told you I wish I had a stick. Oh, I got it. That's what it was.
There. We were just talking about it.
What do you mean? Now, this is Anubis.
Didn't just vanish.
This is funny because at work, this guy asked this girl, she had green hair, like she had a tattoo of it, like a coyote. She said, "It's Anubis." And I said, "Yeah, he's that motherfucker that drives people across
the jackal.
He drives them motherfuckers across the lake."
Jackal.
And you know, she's hip to it, and I'm like, whatever. But look, I bet she ain't got a fucking one of these.
It's a jackal.
Watch it. Ah! Yeah, this is my point and stick.
Please don't stab yourself.
Alright.
Please don't do that.
Let's go through the history.
Okay.
Right here is my grandfather.
Let's see.
Who was possibly a secret agent.
Let's see.
But he's one of the most intelligent men I've ever met in my life, and he was a killer. I'm telling you. But I love that man to death. He told me everything I know, like how to survive, everything. We'd go fishing. He told me everything. But I was never to tell. But everything we talked about, he said was secret. That is one of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. You met him once.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, that motherfucker is the sharpest motherfucker I've ever. That
I shook his
motherfucker
hand.
is-
He was cold
he
as
is-
ice.
I love it, though.
I
dude.
know.
I don't care what nobody
Very-
says.
very
He
respectful.
has a heart of gold, but he only he says, I don't have friends, I have associates.
Very
I said,
wise.
Oh, hell yeah. But he loved me.
Mhm.
But yeah, that is my man.
Mhm.
And his mother gave me the stereo. This is my first stereo. This is a red stereo from the 80s. I knew my great-grandmother. She was colder than he was, but she loved me and gave me peppermints. This is a jaw. This is the angel that came from his house.
It has
That
blood
is
on
older
it.
than I am.
Yeah.
This is an antique angel. That came from their house. It has stained blood on it. Wait a minute. Where's my remote control for the fucking moon?
It should be on
God
your
damn
little
it.
table. It should be on your table. It really should be on your table.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Alright, this is going
right
bad.
there you
Okay.
go, mister. There you go.
Thank you. And this is, this is the blood-stained angel.
Yeah.
You know, weird family. I hate to tell you, but we're gypsies. And that's unique. And guess what? It's mine. Forever. This is not. This is just the moon. Now, these G.I. Joes, let me tell you about these. That one, this is the Snowblind. The Arab.
That's
the
frostbite.
Sheik. The Sheik.
That's frostbite, yeah.
And
Okay.
Junkyard Joe.
Right.
All three of those are classic 1984 G.I. Joes. I paid a lot of money for them.
Yeah,
shits.
you did, especially
Yeah,
for
well,
the sheep.
I think the Sheik was $60 alone. I mean, these are actually vintage, but I keep them here because it brings me home. When I play piano and I look at those G.I. Joes, it brings me home, and I float away. I mean, it makes me happy,
Yeah.
and it makes me escape from this terrible world.
He's got a dog.
So
He has a dog. Look
then
at
I thought, what if I put them around and make them a
Yes,
human
God.
sacrifice, and they start working together like
Look
the
at the
government
bar.
does?
Look at the
Like,
bar.
I thought this is what in the Pentagon they're doing. We gotta sacrifice this lady in order to get this bill passed. And Junkyard Joe has got a gun and he says, I won't have it. But they're
Yeah.
like, I don't know, the Sheik is putting his foot down on this. And that lady said they're going, just do me. Just do me.
Scary.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't
let's
think
move
that's
on.
how that worked. I
Right
think she was
here.
kidnapped.
Right here we had the
Okay.
Butthole Surfers.
Right.
Now, this is the album I grew up on. Butthole Surfers is my go-to.
Right.
Gibby Haynes is #1 for me. I don't know why, but Gibby Haynes and the Butthole Surfers saved my life, and I always give them total respect. Now behind here we got a guy hiding.
He's
gotta get-
dead.
Hey,
He's really dead.
maybe he's just jacking off, and
Yeah,
they don't
he
want
could
nobody
be.
to see it.
I mean, his hands are in a really awkward position.
Maybe he's jacking off.
Right.
Yeah, maybe that's a jack-off booth back in 1750.
No, that's...
And we have
That's
we have a
proper.
watercolor
I mean-
here.
They put his left hand over his right, so yeah.
And Alexandria sent us this, right?
What are you talking about?
Didn't Alexandria?
No, that's a gift from me to you. That was a gift from me to you. No, but Alexandria knows what that is. She knows what that Beanie Baby is. So you mixed up. You're mixing up information. But no, I got you that.
And I got this. I usually buy one Halloween thing a year.
Right.
Now this one,
What are you looking at?
I didn't pay for this one. This
No.
is actually old school G.I. Joe. I had this as a kid. This one I've always carried with me.
You sent him to me.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Michigan, you did.
and I've had this
You sent him
all
to
my
me.
life. And you know what? The sad thing is, like this little black action figure I've carried around my whole life. I had a. You remember that little black caveman I also had, but I gave it to Steve
Right.
because I told him. But I had this little black caveman with yellow boots,
Right.
and I gave it to Steve, and he put it on his microwave. But the thing is, I carried that thing around in my suitcase my whole life. It was like one toy I always
And
had
then
in
the
my
Buddha,
pocket.
he
I
made it through.
carried it with me since I entered this earth. It was funny.
The Buddha made it through a car wreck.
Yeah, man, the Buddha. This thing has. Look at it, man. He's been through more car wrecks than I have been. Now, this bottle is our juju bottle. We just made this. It don't make fuck with this. This is my voodoo doll. Now this right here. You remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Was that after that accident? I was
Yes,
on
it
all
was.
those
It was.
painkillers,
Yeah.
and we was in that thrift store, and I said, "How much for this?" And the lady said, "No, you can just have it." But it was just sitting there, and it said 50 cents. But I was like, okay. But yeah, she just told me to take it because it was black. But I said, man, somebody made
It's
this.
cute.
Some
It's very
kid
cute.
made this. And I thought it was beautiful, and they just said, no, you can have it. So I took it,
That's
but I thought,
folk art.
that's folk art.
It is.
And they don't even know. And this motherfucker, I was trying to smoke weed out this motherfucker, but it don't even work. So now it's just some weird politician.
Weird politician.
I got a rattlesnake. I got some rocks. I got some skulls. Everything else is. Look, I got the sheik over here. Boom, 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 boom.
That's a wrestler.
Yeah, it's a wrestler.
It's a wrestler.
Goddamn right, it's a fucking wrestler. Got my chicken foot to keep me alive and to bring me visions of new songs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know, I got my Aunt Sally
Aunt Sally.
right there. Got Doc Holliday and the crew. Let's say we still got one more question though. Now let's move on. Because we got bigger fish to fry. You know what that fish is? You have a
What are you talking
hero.
about?
You have a hero that you've looked up to for so many years.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have a hero you've looked up
I don't
to.
know.
And his name's Superman.
Not me.
And he's been saving you know, he could fly around the world backwards and turn back time if he wanted to.
Right.
You know, it'd be a hell of a day, but
Right.
he'll do it for you.
Right.
But you know what else he's gonna do?
Right.
He's gonna fuck your husband.
Honey, I need to ask you something. What happened to your forehead?
Why?
I've been looking at that, like you got a little bloody spot on your forehead. What happened to you?
I don't know. I
Did
hit something.
somebody... Okay, before we move on with Superman, I just want to know what happened.
Dude, I've been working.
Okay, well, it looks like you just get beat up.
Dude, I do.
It's
I
not
do.
work.
I get the
No,
shit
it's
beat
not.
out of me.
I don't believe any of this. This is not work related. I think you get into fights and you're part of a fight club.
No.
You're part of a fight club.
No, it's been a rough week.
Yeah, okay,
Like, I've been
right.
working hard.
Sure, yeah, everyone believes you.
No, I've been working hard. We light on
Right,
help. I've
sure,
been getting
okay.
the shit beat out of
Yeah.
me. But the thing is, I felt good because I made it.
Yeah, okay.
But man, hell yeah, I've been getting the fucking shit beat out of me.
I think you're part of a fight club and you're lying to me.
I don't know, it's starting to
About
feel like a
everything.
fight club.
You're
but,
such a
you know,
liar.
it's just, you know, times are hard. What are you gonna
Gosh.
fucking do? But the thing is, I'm enjoying this. This
Okay.
is my favorite
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Very fun. Very fun.
But we gotta get back on topic. Though.
Superman. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yes.
Superman. There's a question.
Marco wants to know how you feel about the new Superman. He wants to know.
Well, I see it like this.
Okay.
You're Superman, but sometimes you're not Superman. You're that guy, that corny guy with the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mix business with pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
When you're Superman, don't be French kissing people on the bus, you know? Be fighting crime. You know, it's your business.
Right.
You can be as gay as you want as Mark, whatever. What is it, Mark Gable or some shit?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Mark Gable.
I
Gable,
never
Mark
really
Gable.
liked Superman anyway.
Okay.
I always felt like I could fuck him up.
Okay.
But the thing about Superman is that he's Superman.
Right.
And when they started getting them Superman tattoos, my brother got one. I was like, man, you bitch. I said it.
So
I was like, man, I'll fuck you up. But Superman is Superman, and he fights crime.
Right.
Good, man. He's out there. He's beating ass. That's your job.
Right.
But when you don't do the, keep that shit at the house.
Keep it at the house.
Like I said, man, when you're Superman, you're on the clock, you know?
Right.
Like, we don't care, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
But don't be Superman and, like, dry humping some dude in the subway.
Right.
You're supposed to be fighting crime,
Yeah.
That lady's getting mugged, man.
Have
Get
some
your dick,
common
get your
decency.
dick straight. Yeah, common decency.
Gosh.
But yeah, hell yeah, man. Dude, be freaky. I call it, but back in my day, we just called it he's freaky.
Right.
But, there's a time and place.
Right.
But yeah, be freaky, man. That's cool, man. I understand as long as you're not hurting nobody.
Right.
And ain't no kids involved, fucking shit. But when you're Superman with the cape on, you better be fighting somebody.
Yeah,
Don't be butt fucking them. Don't be fucking
Don't
somebody.
be fighting their butt.
Yeah, like that's gonna send her. Ooh. I'm like, I don't know. I think I don't know.
Scary.
Scary.
Really scary. Right.
I'm saying, when you got that uniform on, you better be karate chopping somebody or I'm not buying it.
Right.
But if you fucking in a sexual act of any kind and you're in that uniform, I'm gonna fight you.
I'm gonna fight you.
I'm gonna fight you
Okay.
and take your wallet.
Okay.
Both of your wallets.
Both of them.
Because I don't believe you.
I don't believe you. Oh my gosh. So cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Kid.
I like your smile. Very sweet.
Oh man, this is fun.
I love your smile.
Man,
It's
I'm
cute.
glad we did this.
Okay.
Man, I'm having fun. Man, that was a good questions though. Thank you, Luke, and thank you, Marco, for the suggestions.
Also,
it really made the show.
Right. I also have another thing.
You want to try mine?
Okay, sure. Thank you. Yeah. You need to help me here. I'm stuck. You gotta help me.
Why are you stuck?
Okay. Here you go. Around. Move it around. You gotta move it around. Yeah, you had to move it around. It was stuck around the table. It was stuck. Okay. All right, we get it. You know that's a blade. You're gonna hurt somebody, but most likely yourself. Because I remember what you did.
First time,
I remember that. No, we're not talking about it. It scared me.
We actually can't.
It
talk
scared
about
me.
it.
Okay. Anyway.
We actually can't talk about it because.
Now I have another subject to touch on here, and this will be the third subject. I have them numbered. You did two of them. If God came to Earth. Now I told this to Marco. I said, if God came to Earth, I said 9 times out of 10, people would not believe that that's God. God came to earth as a man. 9 times out of 10, if somebody asks him, do you believe he's God?
No.
People would say no.
No, I
They would
know
say
him.
no.
I know him. I
Say
saw him.
no.
I saw him when I went
Right.
to the store this morning
Right.
because he was carrying this sign and he's got a megaphone and he's walking up and down the sidewalk of Iowa and it
Okay.
says how marriage is a sin and it's got some Jesus talk in
What?
it and he's talking in a megaphone and this guy every Saturday walks up and down the sidewalk.
Marriage is a sin?
He's got
What?
a different sign all the time in his car. He's got quotes on it. And he screams.
Okay.
And he just walks,
Okay.
and the cops have to come and get him
Right.
sometimes.
Okay.
But he's always out there, but they can't do nothing because that's freedom of speech.
Right.
But he's always out there.
Okay.
But
so you
it's
know him.
fast. No, I know him. I would talk to him.
Okay.
No, I will. But the thing is, it's fascinating to me. But he's always out there. He's so dedicated. What I like is the dedication. It doesn't matter if I believe in what they're saying.
Sure.
I listen to them because of their dedication.
Right. Right.
That's what I'm intrigued by, because you never give up. I
Right.
love the dedication,
That's true.
so I like to talk to them sometimes and ask them how they're doing, but I never give them money.
Right. Well.
I never give them money, but I always tell them I don't believe them.
Right.
I always tell them, fuck
Right,
you,
right.
I don't believe it. At the end, I say, fuck you, you know.
But
But the thing is I wanna,
Right.
but I'm very intrigued by their dedication,
Right.
and I listen to what they're saying, and because it's all got to be a puzzle to something,
Yeah.
and that's what life is to me, is a puzzle,
Right.
and I'm just trying
Right.
to figure it out.
So that kind of reminds me of, not to go off on a tangent here, but it kind of reminds me of Noah in the Bible. It's okay, we're in the Bible Belt, we can talk about it, it's okay. But the thing is...
No, but I love those stories. I know all of them. The thing is people don't realize, I was grown. I read the Bible. I was raised on the Bible.
He had a
know
vineyard. He had a vineyard. Yes, he did. Noah had a vineyard. And he would get drunk. He would drink. Now, the thing is, he was told that there would be
he saved humanity.
a great flood. Okay?
He got a prophecy.
Yes.
And he
Now,
built a ship.
most people did not believe him.
They thought he was crazy.
And they perished. But the few who did, who helped him build it, were spared. Now, that is a story, the reason I like it is that it is a story about having faith in someone. Even if you don't believe him, why don't you just help him? It's a boat. It's not hurting anyone. Just build it. Help him build it. Help him. It's not hurting anyone.
Like,
You know, what if he was full of shit? He could have been, and maybe there was no flood. But the point is, there was a flood.
whoa.
But whether you believe him or not, you have to, like you said, you're inspired by the dedication.
Yeah,
The dedication, there's
but
something to admire
there. Must
there.
be something to it.
Something to admire
There has
about
to
that.
be something to it for
Right.
somebody to be so dedicated.
To have that kind of faith.
I want to understand why they're
Right.
so dedicated. Because there's something to it.
Don't look down on him. At the very
No,
least,
no.
don't look down on him. Even if you don't want to help him,
Because
you shouldn't judge him.
I see so many strange things happen.
You shouldn't judge him. That's basically what I'm saying. You don't have to believe him. You don't even have to help Noah. But you shouldn't judge him. You should hear him out. You know, we gotta hear each other out sometimes. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I'm really nervous right now. You need to put that thing away. You're gonna stab somebody. The other, I'm not done with this yet. So God comes to earth as a man. Right now, in 2021. Is anyone going to believe that this man is God? Is anyone? No, right? Well, here's what I told Marco. I said, someone would likely lure the God to a nearby gay bar and get him liquored up. That's how it would end up in 2021.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one would believe that he's God. So could you imagine God just sitting there at a gay bar trying to make sense of this shit and like trying to tell people prophecies, and they're like, yeah, man, that's really cool. And they're like rubbing his body and everything. He's scary.
No.
Scary. All right.
Yeah, you do it, girl.
Somebody puts beads around his neck and they just start talking. Could you imagine someone slipping like colorful beads around God's neck and talking about getting him liquored up? Somebody's putting a roofie
what
in
the
his drink.
fuck are you trying
Scary.
to do to me?
The next subject is, and you said, mister, you had an explanation for this.
Yes. Yes.
Now, I'm not religious at all. No, not by any means. However, I was randomly reading through the Bible just the other day, and I came across the term spiritual prostitution. Now, my question, and this is serious, it's not a joke. What is spiritual prostitution? What does it mean? Someone who commits spiritual prostitution, what is that? That's a good question, because I've never heard anyone explain it to me.
That is the people that practice religion for profit.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. You
That
know,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. And
that is the greatest sin of all.
right.
They're practicing religion for profit. Because
Right.
religion should be free.
It should be free. Yeah.
But people that gain money off of their
Mhm.
religion are prostitutes.
That's right.
And that's a sin.
Yes, it is.
So
Yes.
all those people on television, all those
Mhm.
people you love,
Yep.
they're demons.
Yes, false prophets.
They're false prophets.
They would be considered
Because
false
a
prophets.
real prophet would stand on top of a rock in the middle of nowhere and talk to no one
He
until
asks for
people
nothing.
come
Right.
to him.
Right.
And if you read in the Bible, it will tell you
Right.
you can turn over a stone,
Mhm.
turn over wood. You can look under everything.
That's right.
You will not find me, because I am within you.
That's right. We were born in His image, is what it says.
And a real prophet will
Right.
stand on top of a rock and talk to the sky
Right.
with no one around,
Right.
because he believes in himself.
Yes.
And that's what I call imagination.
Yes.
And that's
right.
where wisdom comes from.
Mhm.
And then you channel your own God,
That's right.
which is you.
Yeah, it's in you. It's already in there. Right. Now I remember when I told my own father, I said that really meditation has helped me a lot, but he said that that's a good thing. Because in his mind, that's how you reach God.
It's the only thing keeping you in sync.
That's your temple. Your body. Yeah.
You are.
And it's incredible you even have a body. You know how incredible that is? Imagine not having a body. That's pretty freaky. I've had dreams like that where I left my body and I had no control. And you're just moving. You're just like energy at that point. There's nothing stopping you. You're just kind of free flowing, but that's very lonely. In a way, it's very lonely. So the body is what keeps you grounded if you think about it, in theory. But anyway, whatever. We're moving on. We're done with
All right.
that. You had a great explanation for that.
Yeah,
But it's funny, and no, it's not funny. It is serious. It's a serious subject. Spiritual prostitution. No one ever mentions it. No one ever talks about that,
No,
but it
I
should
do.
be.
I do.
Like
I've been
you
talking
said,
about it for years.
it should be.
That's why I said I had an answer for it. Because
Right.
I've been waiting for somebody to ask me the question.
Right.
Like, who's these fucking assholes?
Okay.
you know?
Do you want to play the game or?
Yeah, man. You know I like the game.
Okay.
You know it. You want me to
Okay.
change the beat?
Sure. Why
All
not?
right, hang on.
Why
hang on.
not?
Let me see if I can make it tasty.
Tobias, don't look at me like that. Also, there's oh my god. If you just saw what I saw. is a stink bug flying through the house, and he's getting hit by the fan. He just got hit by the fan twice.
No, you did.
He did. And look, now he's in a circle. What the fuck is he doing? Okay.
He's getting crazy
Alright.
tonight, man.
Look at him.
You're too much. Oh,
He got hit by the fan twice. And
Oh shit.
he's so stupid. He's so stupid.
Oh
Okay.
shit, he's so stupid.
He's so dumb. I love him. Okay.
Look,
now...
this is your beat.
Right. So he's very distracting. He needs to stop. It's gotta stop.
Oh shit.
Okay. Now, this one is titled, Be Careful Where You Sleep. Now, you choose the house you're going to sleep in. What follows is the dream you will then find yourself in. If all goes well, you might keep the house. So you're gonna pick a house, and you're gonna sleep in it. So you gotta pick a number between 1 through 4 to determine what house you're getting.
1.
Really? You don't want to retrace your steps? Okay. This is called the Roach Motel. Now, they all have names. They're all funny. You got the Roach Motel, and here's what it says. Okay. This is the kind of house that looks nice on the outside, but once you get in there, it's a total nightmare. You've never encountered so many roaches in your life. They should all be on Weight Watchers. So there you go. That's what you picked. So, do you...
What the fuck?
Do you...
You're killing me.
Do you want to be, so you really want to be in this house? You want to know what's going to happen?
I already picked it.
I know,
What the
but
fuck?
do you
Once I
really
made
want to
the-
know?
Once I made a choice, what the fuck am I
Okay.
gonna do?
Now,
There's
do you
no
want to
turning
know
back.
the other options, or do you just want to go straight ahead?
I will listen to the other options, but that's the option I picked. I have to
Number
stick
1
with
is,
it.
that's your house.
That's my house.
You chose the Roach
I-
Motel.
I sure did.
And, the other
Fuck.
choices would be 2, Stoner's Paradise.
Fuck.
This house still reeks of weed from the former inhabitants, but it's not all that bad. Your friend let you have the place, and you can't argue at this point,
You know,
seeing as you could be without a roof over your head entirely. You appreciate the generosity and the lazy bulldog that came with the place? So there's a bulldog
the
that
thing
came with it.
is why I like the Roach Hotel
Rain.
is it reminds me of the novel Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs.
Okay.
And that's when he wrote his finest work.
Sure.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that
He's
reminds me of.
Yeah. Now, 3. Bedbug Resort is the next house. Now, everything seems to be in fine working order. It's a quaint little country home. You love the doors and windows of the home especially. It's cute all in all. Despite being such an old house, the only repulsive thing about it is the abominable bedbug crisis. Other than that, there's not much to complain about here. Not much to complain about here other than that, the bed bugs. It has about the same minor issues as any old house with... Honey, that's very rude. It's very rude.
Bedbugs rise!
Okay.
Bedbugs
I appreciate it. I appreciate the song.
I got the
Okay.
bedbug blues.
Okay. Honey. Honey,
Alright.
could you...
This is a
Mister?
short commercial. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I appreciate the song. So there's not much to complain about here, other than the bed bugs. It has about the same minor issues as any old house would have. Certainly nothing you can't fix. So that would be the Bedbug Resort.
Terrible.
It's okay. Other than the
It
bedbugs.
sounds pretty fucking goddamn awful.
Okay.
To be honest.
Alright. Now, number 4 is the Suicider's Haunt. Suicider's Haunt.
Word?
This gets intense.
Yeah.
You can see why someone would off themselves in this house. Everything is falling apart. The only appliance that seems to work in this place is the coffee maker. You have a mattress and that's about it. Also, the radio you brought with you. Occasionally you get the creepy feeling someone's watching you, and you're probably right. It's probably the dead former inhabitant. And she was the only one patient and faithful enough to put up with this damn house. It's gonna be a rough transition since you have next to nothing. The family of the former inhabitant wiped this place clean of everything. No furniture, no nothing. Just broken down appliances and plumbing. So that's 4. Anyway, the house you picked is the Roach Motel. So do you want to know what happens here? So you get the house, and when you sleep in it, you have a dream. So here's the dream that follows. This was not the most restful sleep you've ever had. The noxious smell of rodent piss, dead rodents, on top of the dreadful scuttling, which you could not escape from, led to the weirdest dream of rejection. But for some reason, it was your childhood girlfriend who called you a failure in this dream. Then you chased her because she stole your candy, and you beat her up. Totally out of character for you, since you would never harm her in real life. What a disturbing dream. Now, after you had this dream, you have an option of whether you want to sell this house or keep it. You know, it's not the best house. So, you would have to pick 3 numbers between 1 through 6. And we'll determine.
1, 4, and 5.
4 and 5. So 1 and 5, it's 3, 1, and 5 are sell the house, and 6, 2, and 4 are keep it. So 2 of your numbers, 1 and 5, fall under sell the house. You just didn't like it. Not a good vibe. It was nasty anyway. Nasty. So, okay. That's really hot.
Is it? You know what's really fucking hot? Hot dogs.
So.
And football games.
So you decided to sell the house. You said, "To hell with this place." The seller lied to you. Now, whether your childhood girlfriend was right or not is still up for debate. But if you stick around in this place, you'll definitely feel like a failure. And then the other option, if you had decided to keep it, it says, "It's time to eliminate these pests once and for all. No, the house is not impressive, but it's all you've got right now. And you'd rather make this work than go live with your parents who treat you like a suspect." Yeah, you don't want to go live with mom and dad. You live with the roaches, but fuck that. Okay, now, that was your fate, okay? You sold it. Seemed like the right thing to do. It was a shithole. Let's not lie. Now, you want to move on, or do you want to hear the rest of this, of what would have happened if you chose the other houses? Do you want to know about that, or do you just want to move on?
No, I'll listen.
Okay.
Whatever you got, I'll listen.
So, if you went with the Stoner's Paradise, you end up with a lazy bulldog. It was left there with the place, so it's you and the dog. And it says, you curl up with the lazy bulldog and fall asleep only to find yourself in a dream revolved around this apparent the frog dictatorship. It's a frog dictatorship? Everybody worships one Theodore McRibbit, and his face can be seen emblazoned on every street corner. Why frogs? So now you have to choose whether you would keep the Stoner's Paradise with the dog or move out.
That's good.
So you have to pick 3 numbers between 1 through 6. What would you have picked if you were in the Stoner's Paradise?
2, 4,
2, 4,
and 1.
and 1. So 2, 4, and 3 were sell it, and 5, 6, and 1 were keep the place. So you're selling it. You're moving on. You're moving on. Here's what it says. So your neighbor claimed that you placed trash on his lawn. You have no idea what he's even talking about, since you didn't go anywhere near his property. You like the bulldog, but the frog neighbor is going to be a problem. Time to consider a new place in the future. You heard the guy likes to terrorize his neighbors, and you're not going to stand for that. Now, if you had chosen to keep this place, it says, about the only thing you can relate to the dream you just had is your new neighbor. He might prove to be a pain in the ass, and he looks like a frog. Your friend warned you about him in advance, but you don't care. You have no time for bitching, which is what your neighbor does religiously. So you could have just said, I'll suck it up and keep the place. Don't worry about the neighbor. But anybody who has experienced a terrorizing neighbor knows that sometimes it can escalate. It can get worse. And they can get really
Man, New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey, man, I had some crazy neighbors.
Yeah. Making accusations.
But, like, it would get crazy, but
it
you
could get
still
bad.
have to live with them.
Yeah.
So it's just every now and then, but you know, you gotta live with each other.
Now.
So some days are better than others.
The
But
Bedbug
crazy.
Resort. If you wanted to live in the Bedbug Resort, which was number 3, it says,
Nice.
falling asleep in this house wasn't the worst experience by far. Since it's old, you hear the regular settling of the house, the random pops and creaks you'd normally hear. Other than that, you fell asleep quite soundly, and the dream which followed was rather beautiful. It involved a walk through the countryside and a philosophic conversation with an old friend. Not bad for a first night. No reason to question selling this house. You're already quite taken with it. So despite the bedbugs, you just said, I'm keeping it. So you don't have any option of whether to sell it or not. You just said, I like it. It's nice, okay? Overall, it's fine. You gotta get the bedbugs out of your fucking hair, but other than that, it's fine.
Hell yeah.
The last one
That's the problem.
is the suicider's haunt. Ooh, this one gets deep. Casting aside the paranoid sense of being watched, you try your best to sleep in this new house. After nearly 3 hours of lying awake, trying to fall asleep, at some point you pass out from sheer exhaustion. The dream that follows, however, is very disturbing. You are greeted by a woman who looks to be in her early 30s, if you could guess. She takes you by the hand and leads you to what is now your bedroom. However, it looks completely different, as if someone else stayed here before you. It becomes apparent to you that this lady must be the former inhabitant, and this must be her bedroom. She lets go of your hand and begins gasping for air. No matter what you do to try and help her, she cannot breathe. When you wake up, you swear you feel someone lying next to you, but when you turn to see who it is, no one is there. You had been told in advance that the lady who formerly lived here committed suicide, but something doesn't seem right about this story now. Who was that lady in the dream you just had, and why were there marks on her throat? Scary. So, you have an option, mister, if you had chose 4, whether to keep the house or sell it. So You would have to pick 3 numbers between 1 through 6. So what would you have picked? 3 numbers.
3, 4, and 5.
3, 4, and 5. So 3, 4, and 6 are sell it, and 5, 2, and 1 are keep the house. So you're selling it. 2 of your numbers fell under this option to sell. Okay, so here's what it says. That's my place marker. Okay. Sell it ASAP is what it says. This is just too creepy for you to handle. You're trying to sell the house as soon as possible. Things have gotten weirder and weirder the longer you've stayed in this house. You frequently wake up gasping for air as if someone were strangling you in your sleep. Enough is enough. So it got weird. It escalated. The other option would be if you had kept it. It says, if you kept the house, you've gotten used to this place despite the odd occurrences. Nearly every night you get the strange sense that someone is with you in your room, but you don't let it get to you since you're not feeling any apparent threat. Every other week you have reoccurring dreams of the mystery woman, which led you to research who lived in this house before you. What you discover is the lady you keep seeing in these dreams was in fact the former resident. The picture in the obituary matches the lady in the dreams. Her death was ruled a suicide, but that doesn't seem right to you.
Yeah.
Even so, she doesn't seem to be any bother. A little ghost doesn't scare you. On the contrary, you feel safe in her presence, but what may have happened to that woman does scare you, and that's it. That's the end. What were you going to say?
What else?
That's it. That's the end.
Is that really the end?
That's the end.
That is not the end.
Of the game. It's the end of the game.
How did it turn out?
Well, I think for you it turned out well. You had the Roach Motel, and you decided, I'm selling it.
You selling
Yeah,
it?
you sold the Roach Motel.
Man, I know, but it sounds about right.
Right.
Let me give you something.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Oh shit. I don't know.
What? What is happening? What is happening?
This goddamn chair is so fucking weak, I don't want to bust out on one.
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't want to bust out on one.
David Graham. have one last question. If you... You're not gay. You're not gay, and everyone knows that. However, if you had... if you had to suck a dick, I have a question. Bear with me. I just thought of it. What flavor would you choose if there was a flavor you could choose for a dick? Right, and
what are you talking about?
And you need to answer carefully.
What are you talking about?
You really need to
Flavor?
answer carefully.
Hang on.
If you could choose a flavoring for a dick, you're not gay. You're not. I'm just saying that if you had to suck a dick,
But how does
What
the
would
dick
be-
taste? I've never had one in my mouth.
No, there's going to be a designated flavoring for the dick. It's going to be put on the dick. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to pick a designated flavoring for the dick. You need to answer
Banana.
carefully. Banana?
I
Banana.
would go with banana.
Why do you always choose banana?
I like the flavor of banana.
Do you know a lot of people don't like banana flavoring? They don't. It's kind of weird.
I love it. It's my favorite.
It's your
It's
favorite?
my favorite. No, banana.
Okay,
I love banana.
banana.
I go for banana every time.
Okay.
No, I'm a big fan. Dude, banana is my favorite. It really is. It truly
Okay.
is. I would go.
Right,
I would
right,
lick.
okay.
I would lick all over that dick.
It's scary. I mean,
I would lick that dick. If it tastes like a banana, I'll lick the shit out of it.
I would say if I could guess, I think no, stop it. I think most women would pick chocolate. And most would pick chocolate.
Fuck that shit.
Most would.
Banana.
Most would. Scary.
Chocolate.
Really scary? Yeah, I think most would.
Fuck you, bitch ass. You gotta go exotic.
Exotic? I think most women would check. They would check
Banana.
chocolate.
What
instead
about
of
that?
banana. Like if it
If
was
you
on the
go
list.
with the banana, call
Okay.
daddy.
So how do you feel about strawberry? What about strawberry?
No.
How do you feel about that?
Banana.
Banana.
Fuck strawberry. Banana.
Here's
Every time.
here's a weird one. Guacamole.
No. Oh. That's nasty.
Ew.
I
Guacamole.
hate guacamole.
What about garlic butter? Garlic butter.
Yeah.
Garlic butter. Scary. Wow. I like how this episode took a wicked change of events. We went from biblical
This has been different.
biblical speeches,
This
and then
has
we
been
went on
different.
to
This has been a different episode.
Really?
But,
But
I
good.
feel good about it.
I feel good about it. How'd you feel about the game? How'd you feel about the house you
The
picked?
game took it was I felt like I went to an amusement park.
Yeah, it was strange. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I liked it though.
Okay, I just like
But-
to know.
Man, I was still tuning in.
Right.
But man, you took me for a ride.
Yeah. Well, I think that one of the worst houses you could be in was the haunted one.
Yeah, man, but I
Right.
picked the worst choice.
That and the Roach
That-
Motel
it
was
is,
the
dude.
worst one, I think. Yeah.
From the very beginning.
Yeah.
I picked the worst
Yeah.
house.
Now,
I knew it was going to
the
be
Stoner's
some kind
Paradise
of
wasn't
Beetlejuice
bad.
shit.
Like,
I knew it was going to be
right.
some Beetlejuice shit.
Yeah. But Stoner's Paradise was
look,
bad.
I got the tunes.
Yeah. At least with the Stoner's Paradise, you get a free dog, you get a lazy bulldog. The only problem is not the house, but it's the neighbor. So I don't see what the problem is with the house. It's not a bad option. No. And also the country home wasn't bad either. It just had bed bugs.
Yeah.
Really bad bed bugs.
Yeah, that's not good.
Have you ever had bed bugs?
No, and I don't
Me
want
neither. Me neither.
it. But they're very bad. In New Jersey, they were
Bad.
because everybody lives so close together, it was a big problem.
Bed bugs are a problem in the city. Rats are a problem in the city.
But
roaches. Yeah.
I've
Get them
never came across them myself.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a big problem. I
Yeah.
remember everybody's really weird about that.
Right.
Because once you get them, it's hard to get rid of them.
Yeah. We gotta bomb the place. It's really bad. And then you mentioned in the city you get rats. Rats in the toilet. You said you talked about finding rats in the toilet. You said that's a real thing in the city. You said that.
Yeah.
That's why you keep the seat down. That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's why you keep the seat down. Scary.
Sit down.
Really bad. Anyway.
You want me to close it out one more?
With one more, sure. Why not?
Try.
We kind of went off on a
I
tangent.
can't guarantee it.
I went off on a tangent with a weird question, but. David Green. Alright. Everybody.
Yeah. Every fucking body.
Tune in next week, bitches.
Bitches.